Hi, how are you, everybody? Hi, everybody. Hi, JeMaja.
How
How are
you
you
doing,
doing?
Jessica? Okay, how about you? How you feeling?
Well, yeah, I have like a little cold, but I'm good. Like, New Year's Day was the worst. I had a stomach bug. I couldn't eat anything. Crackers
Okay.
and crackers
Yeah.
and tea all day long. But
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm better today. My husband
Good.
is still kind of sinus infection. The only
Hmm.
the only one healthy is actually our kid who is 5, which is he was like poor guy on the on the New Year's
Oh,
Day.
that's
Mom,
funny.
Dad, he's
Yes.
like,
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's just,
I know it was cute and funny. How was your New Year's? Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year, everybody. I
yeah,
forgot to say that.
yeah. This to me is the one that's the actual. I felt this way
Mm.
for many years. This is the one we just all agreed to the change of date that the year changed. I
Yes,
observed the. I mean, for years, I would always say this
yes,
to me is just okay. We all agree on, because we have to. We all gonna move into the next year. But I enjoy and honor more the Lunar New Year, and when we have the spring. I mean, actual.
yes. That's what I do. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was to me, I
Me
said I
too.
got two more real New Year. Those New Years to me are more sacred and special to
Yes,
me. This one to me is like,
yes,
I mean, yeah,
yes.
okay, and stuff.
Uh,
So,
yeah. As I mentioned, I think in one of my YouTube videos,
yeah,
I do my vision board, everything for the first new moon in Aries, for the spring equinox, for the astrological new year. This is my intention for the year. I didn't do
mm-hmm,
it for years now. But I think what is happening now is the collective. So most people are kind of setting some good vibes for the future. So that's why I think it's important because on a collective thing.
yes,
But more and more people are also trying to understand how this is such a invention. Like this
mhm.
calendar is invention of Julius Caesar, like some king
Yes,
and a
yes,
pope
exactly,
and a
yeah,
pope Gregorian,
yes,
whatever. The two of them just invented this calendars. Like it was just
right,
a
yeah, a total construct. I mean, not even
right.
based on anything. Yeah, just yeah. So which means it gives us the option to say, well, we can migrate away from the importance we give it. I'm saying it's still okay
Do
to
you know
have it
what?
because we agree.
Yeah, I don't know the exact historical knowledge. I don't have the exact story in my head, but I know something why Julius Caesar did because of the tax collection. So they had Saturnalias. They had like
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
Saturnalias in
Uh-huh.
December, celebrating Saturn, time, whatever. So, but they also so because it's government Saturn, they used to
Mm-hmm.
collect taxes. So that's why they
Mm-hmm.
put it like to an end because during this after these festivities they would do the tax collection.
Right.
That's why it was
Yeah.
about their system of,
Yeah. And
of tax
also
collecting.
absolutely that and how we
Yeah.
even have our days is because it didn't calculate evenly. So then
Yes.
that's why we had the February thing. It's yeah.
And then we have skip years, and then we have
Yes.
Gregorian
That's what we
calendars,
have.
different
That's
Christmas,
yes.
right? It's
Hmm.
such, and if we just follow the moon,
If we just follow the
28.
moon, yes, which is what many ancient religions still follow the moon. And
That's it,
yeah,
right? We have the
it's
moon,
just
28, full moon, new moon, so I
that
think
makes
we are going back to that. It's going to take
I
time.
think
I
we
don't
are.
think.
It's gonna take
I,
care.
yeah, I don't think it's going to happen maybe during my lifetime, but I think even my sons, the next generation, I think they could completely, after this Pluto in Aquarius passes and all this, and this, we are starting something new. Maybe they're really going to go back to connecting with nature and start doing things more according to nature's cycles, which is what we are part of: nature, Earth, and we are part of universe. That's the fact. Everything else
Hmm.
is human invention,
And
but the
it is
fact is,
universe. It is. Yeah.
right? We are part of the universe, and we are on
Yes.
the earth, part of
Yeah.
the earth. So that's the only fact that I believe these days.
Well, you know what I think I think also, Jasmine, I think we're maturing to the point, we're not there
Yeah,
yet, but that
yeah.
we for some reason needed to take dominance over the universe as opposed to working with the universe. Yes,
Yes,
we may be the top as far as the, on
yes.
the food chain for some things, but we can do better by
Mm.
honoring the native peoples of many countries who
Oh,
work with
absolutely,
the systems and the
absolutely.
elements and stuff.
Oh,
Instead of supposed to know we could do it my way because I that was
isn't
so
it?
left brain. So that's all. That was the
Uh,
paternalistic society and everything else. So
it
um,
fascinates me how the little when people started, like it was today's Egypt and Syria, and when when everything started, and Europe, it's such a small part of the whole world. When you look at all the other continents, it's such a little. Everything started from this little North Africa, and then
Hmm.
Europe. That's and then Middle East. That's how and they made the rules. Like who made?
Well, a
They
lot of
kind of.
those rules weren't
It's
even made
interesting.
by that group.
It's
I mean, a lot of
interesting.
the rules
Yeah.
predated European involvement.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and Greek
Yeah.
involvement who came to the libraries and stole stuff and claimed it as their own and blah
Yeah.
blah blah and changed it
Oh yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got all that.
Anyways,
So yeah, but we got to get past that. But today when we go over this, let's go over slow. 'Cause I got some comments that
yes.
we're going too fast. So
Yes.
let's go slower
Okay.
and stuff. And
Okay.
as I was telling my sister, I said we're two Gemini, so we have to watch ourselves because we're like zzz, 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 you know what I mean. So we'll have to consciously slow it down,
Okay.
and
Okay.
because a lot of this is we have to remember also not everyone always are at different levels of astrological understanding,
You're right.
and then you're there here for more of the astrological things. I'm here more for bringing it to the earth plane and that
Hmm.
connection and the healing and the balancing. But we both have don't get me wrong, we both have skills on both sides. But I think if we slow down, then we'll be able to bring that to the
I agree.
forefront best.
I agree. I agree.
Especially this
Uh,
year. This year we're gonna need. I'm gonna need to
yes.
to actually take it slower because a lot
Yeah.
coming at us this year, right,
Yeah.
Jasmina?
Yeah. As I mentioned, Uranus in Gemini just by itself is gonna stimulate our nervous system more. So
Yes.
in collective, right? So we're
Yes.
gonna be, and we as Geminis are gonna be even more. We are
Oh my
already very
goodness.
we are already stimulated enough. So, understanding how to calm your nerves. Like I have challenges with that my whole life. I was always, kind of on the edge and just quick, because we are quick, Gemini is
Hmm.
quick, but fast. We should look up to Taurus. You know how every sign should look up at the sign before just to remember.
Yeah.
So look at the
Yes.
Taurus a little bit and just slow down, take it
Slow
easy,
down. Yeah. Yes.
doing
And
things more
because
slowly.
we're also the bridge sign. We're mutable, so we have
Yes.
to
Yeah.
then get ready to grasp to pass the baton or to Cancer.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So that's what Uranus Gemini will do for sure. Before I start talking about this week, which is a hugely interesting and very important week, just to reflect on the week before, as I mentioned, it's still ongoing, this out of bounds planets. As you can see,
hmm
what happened in the world for New Year's Eve and around these dates, as I mentioned, a lot of eccentric, unpredictable, uncontrollable, wild energy. There was that shooting in Switzerland for New Year's Eve. I don't know how many,
not a
12
shooting, it was a fire.
fire. Yeah, sorry, fire with some. I don't know how many people
About
died.
40 some odd people died. We have more than 100 in the hospital with serious
It,
injuries.
it, it was really really bad.
Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in everywhere. Unfortunately,
Yes.
a lot of passings happened between
Yes.
pets. I just heard about two pets just today.
Hmm.
One, my friend and my aunt's neighbor, just two dogs just passed away today. So yeah, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
two people that I follow, their fathers passed away last
Oh,
week. So there's a lot of passing, as many of us said that, with Neptune at the last degree of Pisces, that's the transition energy 29, and very potent and powerful. It's in Pisces, is definitely letting go, and so that's another thing. But with this out of bounds energies, just are kind of making it happen.
yeah.
With the Venezuela situation, there's a lot of stuff going on. So
Yeah. Venezuela. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just saying
Hmm.
it's a lot,
Hmm.
a lot of a lot of people, lots of things. I mean, I was just reading the news this morning. Like, I've just opened just the headlines. I'm thinking, oh
Yes.
my God, and then the Tommy Lee Jones' daughter passed away.
Yes. Yes. She was found in a hotel room
Yeah, I don't know details, but I'm just saying a lot of passings.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
I mean, there's always
There's a lot of
passing,
endings. We're still
a
shedding our
lot of
skin.
endings.
We're still shedding our skin.
Yes,
And sometimes the skin could be, that
yes,
the coat of many colors, which is our
yeah.
body. So we're still shedding for a little bit longer. And that I don't know why, as much as I read and study and have wonderful, intelligent friends like you, that I didn't put that together, two and two together on why my year 2025 was really tumultuous internally because
Mm,
I was shedding skin.
yeah.
I was shedding a lot.
And don't
And
remember, you switched your progressed moon from Pisces to Aries in the middle of the year.
it did. Yes.
And you remember Pisces Aries, we had a lot of retrogrades last year, even this spring or last spring, I don't know, I can't remember. I think it was last year, this spring, I don't know. Lots of even Venus, yeah, last year. No, was this spring?
2024?
No,
Was
that
it
was 2025.
okay?
2025 spring. Remember, we had Venus and Mercury in Aries retrograde. Yes, it was this year. So we had a
Okay.
lot of this spring. We had a lot of and the eclipses were Pisces Virgo. So we had a lot of Pisces Aries endings,
Yes.
beginnings. So your
Yes.
progressed moon as well, endings, beginnings.
Yes.
It's kind
Right.
of right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember I went on a cruise and I was telling one of Anne's friends who was a really, master astrologer. She said, "Oh," she looked at my thing and she said, "Oh, you've been having it rough, haven't you?" I said, "Yeah, it's been
Right.
maybe."
Uh,
And I
yeah.
was barely, I think I was at the time I was like only 0 degrees Aries. I mean, just starting
I
out.
know, but think about, you had the last degrees of Pisces, which
Pisces.
Neptune and Saturn were hitting that transition of your
Right.
progressed moon, because
Okay. Yes.
they were stationing around zero and back. That's why it was very potent to you. Not only
Very potent.
not
Yeah.
only did you were a Gemini hit by Saturn and Neptune from Pisces, but your progressed moon as well. So you
Yes.
kind of had a
Yes.
double whammy. So that's why there's a layers and layers when you look at
Yeah.
somebody's chart, with how
Yeah.
why is this manifesting like this. So
That should be one of my nicknames, double whammy. Yeah.
well,
It's like
definitely with Gemini,
Gemini's.
as
Yes.
Anne always says, Geminis always have to do everything twice. So
Please. Please.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
used to it. When I do something, send an email or make something's wrong, do it again, or
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
used to it. Yeah. Interestingly, my progressed moon went into Pisces just before Christmas, 4 days
Oh,
before. So I'm
okay.
starting this 2.5 year of uh, closure some kind. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. What was I going to say?
So
So we
you
had,
said you were talking about we're still in that the out of bounds planets energy.
yes. So first of all, we have out of bounds until tomorrow and Monday. So we have a couple of more days of out of bounds Mars and Venus. Then it's going to be a little bit easier, just Mercury out of bounds until the 15th. This full moon was emotionally, I think, harsh, because
Thank you, Elise. Thank you,
I think there
Elise.
was uh, oh, I love it. A lot of emotions. Like, it
Mm,
was very emotional. I think a lot of decisions, and I think I've mentioned in my video, a lot of ambitions and
mhm.
wanting to achieve something was based on our emotional state. So I was thinking, this Venezuela thing, this fire, this thing, what is the base to the decision making? It can be very emotional. You know how you can be passionate but driven by emotions, and if you are, anyway, I'm just feeling
Mhm.
there is when you make emotional decisions, usually there's some kind of regret later, or something happens, and because it's not kind of facts um, thinking. Anyway, so this full
Yeah.
moon, I hope you release something that you had to release, let go of something. Unfortunately, lots of people had to let go of their loved ones or pets or people. It
Yeah.
was that kind of a full moon.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I do feel that the rest of the month. So after we are past this thing now, this next week, as I mentioned, we have a lot of new beginnings. So that's why we had all this full moon had a lot of
Yeah.
endings and feeling of endings. And we're going to have this still until Neptune goes into Pisces on January 20, let me
Sixth,
see
I
here.
think it's 26th.
Yes, you're right, 26th. So still the whole January still has a feeling of, but there's a new cycle. So it's like a month of endings and beginnings,
Mm-hmm.
because cycles with the sun, right? We have Venus Cazimi, and I'm going to talk about it, Mars Cazimi next week, and then Mercury Cazimi on the 21st. So that means 3 personal planets are starting a new cycle, which affects us.
Yeah.
And I'm so
Yes.
happy that they're back in the bounds when they do the Cazimi.
My goodness, could you imagine?
all
Yeah.
all 3 are back in the bounds. So
Very
I think
good.
that's a good thing, right? So I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at it, I said, thank God that is doing it after the which makes sense because they're with the sun. That's why with the bounds. Anyway, um, so this month, the new moon on the 18th, we're going to talk about it next week, is one of the best new moons this year. so productive, such a beautiful, with no challenged aspects at all.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. And you are a Capricorn rising, absolutely great time to start, reinventing yourself, redefining yourself. So for Capricorns, especially, it's going to be who has Sun, Mercury, Sun, Moon, or
Moon rising.
rising in Capricorn, especially favorable. For all of us, our Capricorn house, whatever, whichever area of your horoscope it touches, you can definitely set intentions for its Capricorn. Long-term, stable, result-oriented. You have to put the hard work in, but if you make a plan, a good plan, this
Yes.
can be a life-changing. Because we have all these Cazimis before that moon, instead of Mercury is going to be a little bit later, but still it's around the new moon. We have these new cycles of Venus. We have new cycles new cycle Sun Venus cycle, new Sun Mars cycle, new Sun Moon cycle, which is a very positive one, and new Sun Mercury cycle, all in 1 month. Isn't that beautiful? And it's in Capricorn. So I actually like it. Usually Capricorn energy for us Geminis can be a little bit harsh because a lot of, we don't have the freedom, restrictions of freedom, of movement, of everything. I am embracing this with the most gracious and
really?
Yes, I think mutable signs, especially if they were hit with Saturn and Neptune, there was a lot of heartache in the last 2-3 years. A lot of we were scattered, but we wanted to do something. Then this was limitation. This is an opportunity for us to start something, and we all going to have more focused. Okay, because Mercury rules 2 mutable signs, Mercury and Virgo. So Mercury in Capricorn will give us more structure.
Yes.
We can filter our ideas, filter our thoughts.
Okay.
I love it. I usually am not fond of Capricorn energy because it restricts me. I am embracing it because I think if I read, I'm kind of, maybe I've grown to that Saturn and Capricorn energy as I grow older as well, that, without a good plan, without sticking to the schedule, without knowing what you're doing, you will never have results because you can get so scattered. You can get, and we have so many great ideas and then none of it happens. Everything stays in your mind and you talk about it, but no, this is it's an action-oriented new moon. The whole month is action-oriented plan, and just what do you want to do? Like really have a serious conversations with yourself. Capricorn is serious. Okay, how much money, what do I need to get more money? Or do I need more money? What is this? What is my budget this? How much I'm spending? How much I'm earning?
What we can go over that next week though. That's for the new moon, right?
Yes, but it's even for this with Venus. Venus is ruling money. Venus is Cazimi starting.
Okay.
We can talk about it even today. Let's go day by day, and then I'm gonna talk about it. So this full moon is over. Still we have impact for the next 2 weeks, but the focus will be on Capricorn for the rest of the month. Even Capricorn, Aquarius, both Saturn ruled signs. Even with Aquarius, I'm always thinking, oh, how come Saturn rules Aquarius? But Aquarius is a scientific sign, and you cannot have research and experiments and stuff without Saturn.
That's right. Absolutely.
How can you get? You need to try trial and error, right?
Yes.
So those are the scientists. Scientists need Saturn. So that's why Aquarius, yes, it is innovative, yes, futuristic, but without Saturn, there is no innovation or nothing because you still need to have. So it's a very Saturnian month, and Saturn is finishing his job in Pisces for this round, for these 30 years. So he's also giving us some kind of flow, as Terry mentioned last week, and I love that. So yes, he's ruling all of this. Yes, we have structure, but we also have maybe understanding and empathy for ourselves and others when we make plans. Capricorn can be very ambitious and don't think about anybody else, just their own. But I think this time we can think about collective. We can think about other people in our lives. How is our plan, our decision impacting them? And thinking about and the society in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's lovely. I think Saturn also at the last degrees of Pisces will clean up some stuff that is not necessary and let go of things that we do not need to take with us in the future.
Got it.
uh,
Now, where are we
right?
at now? We're talking about Monday. I lost where we are.
Sorry, this is in general. I am talking
Okay.
in general. Let's go back to Sunday. So tomorrow, Moon is tomorrow in Leo, 8:43 a.m. Moon enters Leo, and it's going to be a little bit for a few hours, a little bit intense with the opposition to Pluto.
Okay.
So until that clears, it's going to be like maybe 3-4 p.m. Eastern time. I think in Europe it's going to be the whole day, but for us, we have like an afternoon off. It could be really, really intense with Leo Pluto. We're going to have a lot of that coming up. But after that, I mean, this moon in Leo is in general very good for creative things, for just having fun and enjoying ourselves and relaxing a little bit and finding some definitely some happiness in life. So try to do that tomorrow and Monday. Nothing major is happening. On Tuesday, so Tuesday is going to be interesting. So because Tuesday we have Venus Sun Cazimi, so that will be exact around 11:35 a.m. This is going to be in Capricorn, 16 degrees, 22 minutes. This is directly opposite my natal Venus. So definitely, if you have anything, and this is also related to this full moon because it was a 13 degrees. So everything between 10 and 16 degrees of cardinal signs, which are Cancer, Libra, Aries, and Capricorn, definitely it's going to be affected. Doesn't even matter which house is it, opposition or squares or conjunctions. Those are the activation points. So for example, personally, so this is opposing my Venus in Cancer. Venus is a ruler of my money house. So if I want to have a steady income for long term, I should make some new cycle is starting for me. It's an opposite of my Venus. So that means there's involving other people, or I have to make some kind of adjustment or some kind of compromise. Maybe I cannot do whatever I want. Maybe some things that I want to do won't make me money and I need it. So maybe that's kind of like, how can you analyze this for your own horoscope? See which, what is happening. If this Cazimi is touching any of your planets, and
now
what
explain Cazimi to people so not everybody here knows what Cazimi energy could be.
That means that the Sun and Venus are conjoining. They're conjunct. They're joining. They're going to be at the same degree. That means every planet that conjoins with the Sun is starting a new cycle. We call them in astrology synodic cycles, and they have their life. So Venus has around 18 months. So this is so last time it happened, I think it was in Scorpio in 2024, I think. Now we have it in Capricorn for 18 months. So this is like an 18 months kind of a plan. Usually in general, Venus is about relationships, about our values, about beauty, what we find beautiful in life, about money, how we, about our, money, so finances and stuff. So in Capricorn, it's about rules. So are we obeying the rules? Are we doing everything by the book? Organizing, structuring that part of our horoscope as well. It's also, I'm thinking because Capricorn is about buildings. It's not about home persistent, but it's about it's also about, for example, bones and teeth. So and Venus is beautifying. So if you want to do some teeth work in this 18 months, for example, or you want to do something, some stuff like that, then you can kind of make that happen. It's just an example, right?
Right.
So it's like it's not like setting intentions for the moon, but it's also setting intentions for for what Venus represents, right? So relationships, what kind of committed long-term relationships we want to have in our lives. Sometimes it's okay to have superficial acquaintances. You don't have to have long, committed. Every person. You don't have to be committed to every person you have in your life, but the ones that you are. What does commitment mean? It's like Venus in Capricorn. She kind of she desires. She she needs that long-term commitment. That's what she found valuable. She found that valuable. She found being serious about being in a relationship. She's not, she doesn't, she wants respect. She
And
wants to be respected.
you give some more about that, because Cazimi means like in the heart of the sun, and I think
Yes,
it's Arabic.
yes,
I think one of the metaphors that Anne used to help me understand is that how you put your hand in a flame of a fire, a
yeah,
candle.
yeah,
If you put it on the outside, it burns. If you get into that middle center, it doesn't. If you're in the
yeah,
heart, it's not burning.
yes.
It's still light. But
So
it
there
doesn't.
is, yeah, so there is two kind of line of thoughts in astrology about this. I, as a Gemini, I don't know. For me, I try to be objective and logistic. For me, it's just a new cycle starting, and I think it's a beginning, it's a birth, it's a new thing. Traditional astrologers say because we don't see it, the planets are invisible because they're in the heart of the sun, because the sun shines so we don't see them, so they don't have impact on us because they're not visible. I'm not sure that I agree. Uh,
No, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, just because we don't see them doesn't mean that they don't have an impact on us.
but there is tradition. There was like that's why there's this morning star, evening star,
Yeah.
visible,
Okay.
invisible. There's a lot of. I'm not a traditional astrologer. I don't know much about it, but there is a line. There's like a school of thought about that.
Okay.
That because they're invisible, they're harder to grasp, understand, to use.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
that makes a
there's
little bit more sense. Yeah,
yeah,
I can
yeah,
see that that's because
yeah,
when you look in the sun, you really can't see. You just have to
yes,
assume things are there and happening
yes,
if things
yes,
are in the sun's. Okay,
yes,
okay, I'm getting it. And I
yeah,
just wanted to make sure people get the good, because this Kazemi
yeah,
stuff is sort of new on new kid on the block.
yeah,
Years ago, people were talking about Kazimis a whole bunch. Now I can't
yeah,
turn around without a Kazemi, coming in. You know what I mean? Like, who's
yeah,
Kazemi now?
yeah.
But I mean, it's
I
fine. I mean, it's just I want to make sure people have
yeah.
a clear understanding, or get clear each time we mention it.
Yeah, for me, it's part of like every other synodic cycle. So when the two planets meet together in the same degree, in the same sign, deciding a new cycle, whatever we have Saturn Neptune coming together after 30 years in Aries next month. So for me, it's a beginning. It's like two people together, and they are producing, and then they make a baby, for example, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
so that's for me. Like it's a seed. Like they're conceived a new something new is conceived that will be brought to life and lived for the period that this synodic cycle um, is lasting. Okay, so depending on
Mm-hmm.
which, that's how I look at it. With the
Okay.
sun, why do we think sun? Because sun is our vitality, our drive, who we are. It's our part of our path in life, our purpose. Every planet that touches the sun, like the sun gives a light, gives life to that planet. So it
Mm-hmm.
kind of revives it,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like a revival. So depending on which sign, it revives those values and those characteristics, those archetypes. That's what I'm saying. The revival of Venus in Capricorn for the next 18 months. That's how I look at it. And I don't know, at least
That's
that's for me.
excellent. That what
That's
you just said to me is the best I've heard. Thank you.
okay.
Because
Okay.
it synthesizes it down to what it means to us. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
So now
Okay,
we are focusing on Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn.
right.
So that's what I mentioned. What does she find valuable? She finds valuable serious relationships, serious commitments. She definitely values tradition. She
Yeah.
values, she desires, even she wants to be respected,
Mm-hmm.
right? She wants also her results. It's all these Capricorn archetype traits. This is what Venus is. So think about beauty. What does she find beautiful? So we might enjoy in the next 18 months more architecture or sculptures from the past, something that, long standing, like that's why I mentioned, but some people might want to do their teeth because,
Right.
so
Yeah.
we want to beautify the Saturnian, it's skin. Skin is Saturn. So maybe
Okay.
a lot of people might want to do some
Yeah.
skin routines, right? So there's like maybe you want to
Okay.
implement new, and so think about that's what I find that's what I find interesting for this, and I think because we had so many changes, and there we are coming to this fire and air era. This is still going to be in Earth for the next perceivable future because it started now. So that's why I like it, because this is still, it gives us two planets for like Mars is going to be 2.5 years, and Venus for 18 months. So we still have, although we are coming to the air and fire, we're still holding on to this cycle that was an Earth cycle,
Good. So
and I
there's some
think we need
balance.
it.
Yeah, we do need that.
That, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like it. Usually, I'm not a fan of Capricorn energy, but I think we definitely like it, and I'm really
And the
embracing it.
retrogrades will all be in water, so we have the balance. The elements are sort of showing up together.
Yes,
So it's good. Yeah.
yin and
Okay.
yang, yin and yang,
Yeah.
yin
Yeah.
and yang.
Yes.
Yeah. So think about that. So that's this Cazimi that is happening on Tuesday, starting a
And the
new
first
18-month
Cazimi is
cycle.
Venus, and then the next one is
Yes.
what, Mars?
Next one is Mars on the Friday. I'll come to that
Okay,
shortly.
Mars is Friday. Okay.
Yeah. So on Tuesday we also have a moon change. She's going into Virgo around noon Eastern time. In Virgo, we're going to have a lovely moon in Virgo. Why? Because a lot of Capricorn energy. We have this Earth moon that's going to trine all of these Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury. Vesta is in Capricorn as well, and Juno is in Capricorn.
Oh.
We have two asteroids as well in Capricorn at the moment. So there's going to be a lovely moon in Virgo. Sextiling is also Jupiter and trining Uranus. The only hard aspect the moon will make is opposition to Saturn and Neptune at the end on Thursday night. But Wednesday for me is the beautiful day for the moon purposes. Moon in it will also help us to structure and to organize things, and so I think it's going to be very productive. We have a new cycles. I think we should be very productive next week. Things are the Venus and Mars are not out of bounds anymore, so we really can use this again, more calm energy, more grounded to do this. I think whatever foundations we set in January, especially this first week, next week, I think it's going to be long-lasting impacts. So think about what you want to, like, really think about it. Not just think about it, really think about it. Put it on a piece of paper. I think it's very important, because we can get lost pretty, when we get scattered later, you just go back to the notes from January. This is what I put down. This is what I have to focus on. It's going to kind of like going back and refocusing. We're going to need that to have this foundation so we can refocus back.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Right? Some things you need to discard. Like I had to let go. Some things I cannot do it. So what is it? What does Saturn also want in Capricorn? They want mastery of something. So you have to choose 2-3 things, the maximum, not like 10-5 doing it at the same time.
Yes,
right?
So
I had to let go some opportunities, and because I don't have the time. And I'm going to mess everything up. So I'm going to focus on 2, maybe 3, because I'm a Gemini, and that's it. And then, really structure them, make a plan. This is what I'm doing this week. This is what I'm doing in January, in February. Otherwise, we can have dreams. But if we don't start making, like, from a dream that, you need to achieve this dream, this is what I need to do in 5 years, in 1 year, in 1 month. This is what I need to do today. So you need to do these increments. You have to, in a Virgo way. That's why I think this Virgo moon can help us really, because Virgo is about daily routines. What do I need to do daily? For example, if you write a book, I'll take 1 hour a day. This how much time can I put into this? If that's on my list. So I'm doing 3 things, for example, or 2. One is writing a book. The second thing is exercising, for example. Then, okay, how much time can I exercise? How much time can I put to write a book? That's it. 1 hour in the morning or 1 hour in the afternoon, whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't have to make like a very specific, but you need to make sure that you put that hour each day. Otherwise, if you miss it, one day you miss, then second day you forget, then after 3 days you miss, you won't come back. That's how we are humans, right? And then your dreams, my dreams didn't come true. This Capricorn can really teaches us. So anyway, it's a good productive day. The downfall of Wednesday is that Venus and Mars are getting together. So they have their own cycle starting.
Okay.
They're conjuncting on Wednesday morning. So when Venus and Mars, and because it's in Capricorn, they can be very ambitious, both of them, let's say.
Yeah.
So, Capricorn, I know Scorpio is and Aries are usually, because they're ruled by Mars, are related to war or fighting or something. But Capricorn is also very serious, wants to be taken serious sign. So Venus wants to be taken seriously, and Mars. And if they are not aligned, it can
We
be a
have some
conflict.
yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's a potential conflict because of the ambitions.
Good.
So
Okay.
this can reflect in our relationships. If if you have your plan and your partner has different plan and you don't align, you're listening to me, and then you you say this is what I want. You have to kind of with Venus, with any kind of relationships, you need to make an adjustment. I like what Frank Clifford says: I do not do compromises. That's not healthy. I do adjustments, and I like
Nice.
that. I like it. There's a
Yes.
difference. He says there's
Yes.
it's a huge difference between adjustment and the compromise, because as a compromise you're losing yourself, and as adjustment you're just adjusting yourself. You're not
Adjusting.
losing
Yes.
part of
Yeah.
yourself.
It feels like more of an up leveling because you're adjusting. It was
Yes,
a compromise. You feel like, okay, well, I'm giving up
I
something.
lost something.
Yeah, I
Yes,
lost
right.
something. Yes. Yeah. Right away. Again, let's
Yeah.
compromise. Let's adjust. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
So
very
I like
different.
that. I like
Yes.
that. And and he's an Aries. He says, "Look, I'm an Aries. I'm not going to compromise. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yes.
to adjust." you
I
know,
like that.
do you
Yes.
know
I like that.
he sometimes has two dinners with his husband. They go because they cannot agree, and they go
We're
first.
saying that. Yes.
They go. I'm
So we're
always
gonna.
laughing. I always think about that. As to which this is exactly what this Venus Mars is. That's what I'm
Good.
trying
And that's
to make it.
Wednesday.
That's Wednesday morning.
Okay.
So they're starting a new cycle. I don't know where they're going to meet again. I don't know
It's okay.
how
We just
long
deal with the
their
present.
cycle.
We just
Yeah,
deal with
yeah, but
Wednesday.
that's yeah. Then Thursday is it's okay. We have this opposition with Moon and Saturn and Neptune. So that's a couple of hours. It can be like afternoon here in the Eastern time. It can be a little bit of maybe too hard. Like, oh my God, this is too much work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Yes, you are. Um, my only kind of advice, let's say, or suggestion for people for 2026 is please do not give up. Please do not give up. That's very important.
Be the
I
calm.
think it's very important that we do not give up in 2026. Do not give up on ourselves.
Got it.
That's the only thing I want to say. Do not give up, because with Saturn in Aries, our courage will be tested. Don't forget, it will be tested. You know,
With Saturn,
um,
I'm sorry, say that again.
with Saturn in Aries, I
Yeah.
feel our courage will be tested.
Oh, well, that's good. It's good to be aware of that.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have doubt. We're gonna doubt ourselves. We're gonna feel, oh no, I can't do it. I'm never gonna be the best. I'm never. What's the point if I'm not number one? Like all these things, thoughts in our heads. Please do not give up. It's very important that you persist and push through,
Okay.
because
I think we
each one of us has something to contribute to this world.
absolutely.
You are not here. You're here for a reason. You came
hmm
you as a soul to this earth for a reason, and don't doubt yourself, um, and just be brave. That's my only thing. So that's we're gonna feel like that a little bit on Thursday afternoon. Then Moon is going into Libra, 7 p.m. on Thursday. So Moon in Libra is going to be very interesting. It's going to square all this Capricorn energy, right?
Oh,
So it's going to
wow.
be
Okay.
right.
hmm
When we have a lot of planets in one sign, when the Moon changes sign, it can be a really nice Moon, like Moon in Virgo with all the trines, or it can be
Yes.
very hard Moon,
And we
like
go square again. We go
with a
all,
square,
yes. Yeah.
right? So anyway, let's go back. So the Moon actually on Friday, it's going to be relatively okay with the trine to Pluto. So it's going to be, but next Saturday it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really, really hard with opposition. With squares to Jupiter, Mars, Sun, and Venus, squaring everything, opposing Chiron. Not an easy Moon in Libra. And it's going to be the third quarter moon, so it's definitely time to finish up with all these squares. We're kind of forced to finish up things and let go. And in Libra, for Libra, it can be a hard decision to make to finish up things, to close something, because she's I'm not ready. That means saying goodbye,
Okay.
and oh my God, saying goodbye means that somebody's leaving because they don't like me. It can be a lot of
Yes. Yeah.
feelings.
Yes.
And it's not even about us. It's maybe usually it's not. So anyway, going back to Friday. We have then Sun-Mars conjunction, Sun-Mars Cazimi in Capricorn.
Friday is the Sun
19,
Mars, right? The Sun Mars
yes,
Cazimi.
yeah,
Okay.
19 degrees of Capricorn. So something between 13 and 21. If you have anything in Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, or Aries. So this could be, when Sun and Mars go together. This could go both ways. Both ways. It can be very volatile because Sun is giving more power to Mars because Sun gives us more energy, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
if Mars is oriented on destruction, then it's going to destroy more. If Mars is focused on construction, then it's going to construct more.
I like that. Okay.
So it's either way, especially in Capricorn. It's either construct or destruct because you know how it literally takes the walls down and puts the new walls up. That's Mars in Capricorn. Building the walls, taking the walls down. So Friday can be both ways.
Okay.
And this whole cycle in the next 2.5 years, Capricorn, it can be, it's about military ranks. It's about, it's not about Capricorn. It's not about those soldiers who fight like that's Aries, one on the battlefield. Capricorns and Scorpios are the one that are strategizing political stuff. So this can bring that kind of things because it's
Yeah, the
about
strategists are sure
government.
Scorpio. I see the Capricorns like the generals. They're the patents. They will
Generals.
sit there and
See?
say, "Listen, we got to get that hill, and we're doing we're doing
Yes.
it. No, here we think we can, So
Yeah.
yeah,
So they're going
that's
to
very good how
delegate.
they all work
Yeah.
together. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Aries. Yeah, I've seen it,
Yeah.
but not until you just mentioned it did I realize. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they each have their different
Yeah.
focus areas, if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Strengths. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Scorpio can be, a good negotiator. Like they can be behind the scenes. They can do this
Oh
behind the
yes,
scenes
they
kind
sure
of.
can be.
But Capricorn is the one who's going to delegate. You do this. This is what
Yes,
we do
yes.
today. It's 7 o'clock. This is at 5. This is like a Capricorn. This is the
Yeah,
law and order. Law and
yeah.
order.
And it's a tenacity, it's a
Yeah.
tenaciousness
Yeah.
that Scorpio and, but especially
Yeah.
Capricorn, being a Capricorn, I've seen it in my career, how I've turned into this commandant, they would call me sometimes, because all of a sudden, I don't,
I love
but
that
I just
commandant.
like, you know what I mean? Because once we had the plan, then I would delegate, we got to get the plan
Yeah.
done. We had to
Yes.
implement. Then we have to implement, and we
Otherwise,
tweak as
what's
we
the
go.
point? Otherwise, what's
Yes,
the
yeah,
point?
yeah, yeah.
Why did we even, all these meetings, making plans, and then nobody executes
Yeah.
them? So yeah,
Oh, I hate that.
executor.
Yes.
That's Capricorn, executor,
Yes.
executor.
Yes.
So this can go other ways. On a global level, the next 2.5 years, we're going to see a lot of those stuff like that. So there's going to be, we'll see. We already am seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
We're gonna
another
see a
thing
lot.
on
Yeah.
another thing on Friday is that so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have 3 days of oppositions. Those are the
Oh.
only opposition this month. So January, just in general, the only square
Huh.
was with Mercury, Neptune, January 1st. We have no squares between planets. I disregard Moon because Moon is making squares, but
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
other planets are making square to each other for the entire month.
Wow.
We're going to have a
That's
lot of
interesting.
conjunctions. We're going to
A
have a
lot
lot
of
of conjunctions.
conjunctions. Yeah.
A lot. So
A lot of
a lot of
conjunctions.
new starts. Every conjunction is a new seed, new start. So we have a lot of
Yes.
conjunctions in January. No
Okay.
squares. And the only opposition, this month, will be this Friday, Saturday, when Jupiter in Cancer is opposing everything in Capricorn. All of these. Mercury, Vesta, Juno, Venus, Sun, Mars. So we're going to have Jupiter opposing
Everything.
everything in Capricorn. So those are the only opposition this month. So with opposition, it always kind of involves other people. It involves situations from outside that you need to adjust. As I mentioned,
Yes.
everything that Jupiter touches, it's making it larger, bigger than it is. Those are really hard 2 days. I think those are the most 2 hard days of the month. It's going to be some hard days at the end of the month, but the 9th and the 10th. And why I say because Moon is squaring everything. So they have like a Moon and a T square. In Libra Moon T square. So Jupiter opposing all these Capricorns, and then the Moon is on the apex squaring in Libra. A lot of tension. A lot of Libra is about like a negotiation, harmony, this
Yeah.
alliances.
Exactly.
We
Right.
have we
some
have
balance and
Capricorn.
things.
We
Yeah.
have Capricorn, who is very law and order. We have Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, patriotism, blah, blah, history,
Uh,
ancestry. So think about on a global level how much,
yes.
even even on a personal level, think about things Jupiter pulling us in the back. We have ambitious, but we also want harmony. I feel that the most hard days of the month are next Friday and Saturday. Definitely, that's my opinion. Yes, conjunctions are heavy and they bring lots of this and that. We're going to have some, you know, as I said, with Sun. Every conjunction with Sun, every Cazimi,
Hmm.
as we say, is about bringing more vitality and energy to that planet. That's how I see it.
Hmm.
Not everybody's going to agree with me, and it's okay. They think,
Yes. Yes.
if the planet is too close to the sun, that the sun burns the qualities, kind of.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. But to me,
Yes, but
that's
I don't know. I don't
yeah. So
know.
they're trying to say that the sun burns the quality, sort of like what Neptune does when it's close. It's sort of
For yeah,
Neptune sort of
for
like
I don't
diminishes
know.
or yeah. No.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
yeah.
know.
No. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either. Yeah. It's
I don't
something to
know.
consider, of course. But
Yes, I mean, I'm just saying this is for my experience when I look at other people's charts and when I see something with the sun, I think that's very potent in the chart. Like I see that these people usually who have some kind of conjunction with the sun, like Pluto Sun conjunction people, you will notice them. Like they come into the the room, you feel their power. They don't need to say anything. So
so you're
you
saying
kind of
those who have some Cazimis in their natal chart,
yes,
you
like Pluto Sun, Neptune Sun conjunctions. You can see
conjunctions.
that
Yeah.
planet in their presence.
Hmm.
You can see it. I think the sun gives energy to that planet. As far as
Hmm.
from my experience,
Hmm.
I'm saying a lot of different opinions, and I actually, I respect other people's opinions, and they have, there's some truth in that. But from my experience, that's how
Yeah.
I see it. So
Yeah.
with Sun is going to give some power, let's say, some strength, some energy to Venus in Capricorn, to Mars in Capricorn, to Mercury in Aquarius later in the month. And these T squares, it's cardinal T square. Those are, for me, because those are action oriented.
It is
Every planet is
initiating.
action oriented. They want to do their own agenda. But this one is pulling this one is pulling this, the moon is pulling there. T squares, cardinal T squares are very hard because, you know, with a mutable, they can kind of, adopt, adjust, or,
Yes.
in a fixed, it's also hard, but in fixed, sometimes nobody does anything because they're so, but in
They're so
cardinal,
fixed. Yeah. They're so
yeah,
fixed. Yeah.
in Kaido they're actually doing things. So imagine everybody's doing. Imagine you're in a car. No, go this way. No, you go this way. No, that way. You go the wrong way. We should have done. And then there's this fighting, and then it's like we should have
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
This
They're
would be
not working in concert
faster.
with one another. Yes.
Yeah.
I see. That's a
So
good example. Hmm. Hmm.
I I feel so prepared for 9 and 10. Before I think you have a lovely week before to do things. 9 and 10 can be I don't know, conflicts. We'll see what's gonna be on a world stage,
Hmm.
because Mars is opposing Jupiter. This is this is also Mars thinking they can do more than they can reach. When Jupiter is, especially when Jupiter opposes a planet, not so much about conjunction or square, but when it opposes, it kind of promises more than it can deliver. We can bite more than we can chew.
Hmm.
Because we feel so. Imagine this Mars having, oh, I can do this, and then thinks that he can do it, and then later, oh no, I couldn't, and then something. So that's the feeling, because we're going to be, and especially it happens after these Cazimis. So imagine Sun going to Mars, giving all this energy, confidence. Sun is confidence, and you feel I can do it, and then Jupiter opposes it. Oh, bigger than light, da, da, da. And then all of a sudden, poof, and then what
Hmm.
happened? Da, da, da.
Okay.
That's what I feel. Did be my
Uh-huh.
so be real, keep it real, keep it real.
Yes.
Ground, like we have a great opportunity to ground ourselves and to make beautiful, realistic plans this week. We're not going to have this the entire year. This is kind of, I have to tell you guys, this is once in a year opportunity with all these Capricorn planets, with the moon in Virgo, to actually really, do this right.
Good. Okay. I like
Okay.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday are beautiful days. The most hard days would be Friday, Saturday next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to
So
know, though.
yeah, if you are
Yeah, it's
very
good to know too.
excuse me, people who are very cardinal in their charts, like they feel this energy more. So every time you have this T square in the sky, T square means two planets opposing and the third one is squaring them, both of them. So it's like it's like the real release point. You need to kind of find an adjustment and act on it so actually something happens good out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
people who are very cardinal in general
Mm-hmm.
will feel this more
But what
than
do you mean by
other.
feel it more? In what way? Give it
Uh,
a quality,
that means that
perhaps.
that means that they have a lot of planets in cardinal. So they will, because sometimes when there's transit in the sky that are similar to our natal chart, we kind of feel it better because we are born with it.
Right. So it's if we feel like we're in
We
sync
feel,
with it, perhaps, or
yeah,
resonating
or
with
we
it.
are inside of it. Sometimes
Yes.
I don't have many fixed planets at all. So when something fixed happens in the sky, it doesn't affect me much. But when mutable things happen in the sky, like everything, this Saturn in Neptune, whenever in Pisces, whenever everything they touched, I felt it. This Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius with all this, I felt it. So like it was very turbulent. Like I could, because I'm so mutable. So when there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm. Oh
mutable,
yeah. You have a beautiful.
challenging aspects, I feel it. So that's what I'm saying. People who have a lot of cardinal energy in their charts, they're going to feel this T squared much more. Like they're going to be like yeah, it's like they're sinking in. Like you can just feel the energy. It's like
And when is this
it's
T square active now? For how
Friday,
long?
Saturday, Friday,
Friday and Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Okay, well, a couple of days
yeah,
we could just bear down on it, on
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. But for example, you have Moon and Ascendant in cardinal signs,
Hmm.
right? So
Okay.
you might feel it more than somebody else because from the three big threes, two of them are cardinal,
Yeah.
and the moon
Yes.
yeah, your moon in Libra, right, and
Yep.
rising in Capricorn. Like a bunch of stuff is going to be in your first house and around the rising sign, and
Yes.
so it's going to be very active. So you're going to probably see people coming to you because it's very cardinal. Like people, you can mind your own business, but then you get an email, a phone call, or someone in the street says something, or you go somewhere that there's something like you're thinking, what's happening?
Hmm.
In that
Hmm.
sense, or maybe you're gonna be just in tune. You're gonna sense people. Oh, look at that! That they're arguing, or this one thinks that he can do everything and he doesn't know nothing. Like
Yes.
you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna feel that
Yes.
more, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's good
people
to
are gonna
hear.
be very confident. People are gonna be very confident
Yeah,
this
and
week with
that's a good
this.
reminder to myself not to overpromise, overcommit myself too.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. But you have remedies. It's different for you because you are using the remedies. You're already
Yeah.
aware and in tune with the divine purpose. So it's a little bit different for you than for somebody who has no spiritual
Right.
practice or not no knowledge or
Yeah,
no
I still have to
awareness,
remind
right?
myself though every once in a while to say that used to be a tendency I had in my youth that I would overpromise and overcommit and you know and then like now I probably do the opposite. I probably I always
Yeah.
hedge it with something like let me get back to you. Let me just sit with it for a minute
Yeah,
instead of
yes, I know. I as a Virgo rising, I'm the first one. Yes, I can do it, no problem. Like Virgo,
yes,
I want to be of service. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm
yes,
thinking now,
yes,
I'm letting people, and if nobody wants it, then I'll take it. Like I learned.
yes,
That was
yeah,
the first one. Oh, I'm gonna show myself
yes,
as
yes,
effective and
yeah,
reliable. Please,
yeah,
just
and wear
lay
yourself out.
back.
Hmm.
Nobody's because that's what it is. So sometimes when you let it go, things resolve as by themselves. You don't have to be the
Yeah,
solution.
yes, yes.
A good reminder, guys, you don't have to be solution to every problem.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
And
that's a
everything
good
doesn't need to be
reminder.
said by you, too. I have to remember that. Sometimes I had a situation that was interesting this weekend, this past day that, wow, okay, people were having a little bit, they would call the phrase
Yeah,
in their cups. So
yeah,
there, a
yeah.
couple of these responses, I think, came from people being in their cups. But then just to realize, usually I'd be the one trying to smooth. I said, no, let me just sort of see this play out. They're all adults, they're handling it. Just
Yes,
sometimes
yeah.
just stay silent. instead of
No, no,
jumping in right away and trying to cure stuff. No, no.
no. You're right. I have that issue with my son and my husband. They have sometimes their own discussions, and I need to let them go have their own resolutions. I don't have
Yes,
to come,
yes,
and I'm not
right.
supposed to even. I'm not even
No,
supposed. And I
no, they're
know,
supposed
like
to have their own.
rationally,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
but
you know it,
but
but
my instinct where it
yes,
goes. So
yeah,
so
that's
I
part
just
of their
try now.
developing their relationship. Yes, and
Right, they
how they
have their
communicate.
dynamic, right? The dynamics, of course, it's gonna be like
Yes.
it's normal, right? It's none of my
Isn't that
business.
interesting though to see? This is your child as a baby. Now he has a
Yeah.
dynamic. He has a
Oh
position.
yeah.
He has, you
Oh
know what I mean?
yeah.
So but that's, I always think that's so interesting when I see children become human. When do you become human and have your opinions?
JeMaja, you will be amazed by
It's adorable.
the question he asks me. Like I know he has a Scorpio moon, and we are very open
Oh,
about death and stuff. But he came to me the other day,
it's
Mom,
Scorpio.
when will Santa Claus die?
Wow. So I got some, yeah,
I'm like, what kind of like what am I supposed to use? He's old. Old people die. He's like, when is he die? When is he gonna die? How long is he gonna live? I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what am I supposed?
yes.
Like, I'm not prepared for this question.
Wow. Yeah. No, he's a
Anyway,
thinker. I've
oh
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
around
yeah,
him, so he definitely thinks.
yeah,
He looks and listens.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
because he was looking at me and listening and seeing around the
uh,
table how we all interacted.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
he's observer,
he
like
was
very
very
scorpionic
aware.
observer. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very aware of that.
Anyway, so I
That's,
had to
that's
explain that I don't know that. No, anyway, that I don't know. I usually when I have these kind of questions, I said to my husband, "Swanimir, Agent has a question for you." Just delegate the question. It's
yeah.
hard. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, I don't know. We
um,
don't know. Yeah, just
yeah, because I don't
he's
know.
been around for a
Anyway,
long time, and I think
yeah,
he's gonna be around a lot longer.
yeah, but it's funny. Okay, I think
All right.
that's the week. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, to be honest, Rabaja, January is so busy,
It
so
is busy.
active.
It is busy. That's what I'm having to get myself in. I
I
didn't
have to
quite
show.
get.
Now look at this. Usually these are the aspects during the month, not the moon.
Yes.
So look, every day there's like
Yes.
hundreds of aspects. Every day it's
Day.
happening. Like anyway, but no squares, and this is going to be the last opposition next week. Everything
That's
else is
nice. And
yeah,
that's a grace. That's a bit of grace
it,
there to have.
yes. That's
We have
why.
a
So
yeah. So we got
until
quite a few conjunctions, major conjunctions this month. So and this month and end of this
yes,
month and next month. So
yes.
this yeah. Mm-hmm.
The best days of the month are from the 15th to the 19th.
Oh, good for
So
that.
those
Thank you for that.
15th are the best. All beautiful things are happening. Trines, sextiles, everything. So beautiful. So, yeah, that's the best.
Those are the gold star days. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
15th to 19th. Yeah,
Excellent. And we just got to be on the lookout for, be a little careful and watchful on for the ninth and 10th that things may be a
yeah,
little bit challenging. And
yeah,
yeah, and I had to, because that's the stuff that's going to affect my chart in a big way. Yeah, okay. All right.
yeah.
I'll
But
be
you know
ready.
it now. You know it now. It's gonna be okay. You now know it.
It's,
Chiron is direct. So the only two planets that we have retrograde now are Jupiter and Uranus. And
okay.
then next month, let me see. Uh, yeah, so next month Uranus goes direct, and in March Jupiter goes direct. In April we have no retrograde planets whatsoever,
Oh, good.
which means, and there's a lot of Aries energy,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna have that new moon with
Oh, we
bunch
can have
of Aries planets and no retrogrades. It means it's gonna be full speed
full speed
ahead.
ahead. That's big time. Nothing to slow us down. Wow.
April, if we don't take, April can be really, really, Aries like month, war
Okay.
like we are in a war month, and there's nothing stopping us back, as you said. There's no retrograde, nothing slowing us down. So that's why we have to kind of learn before April. April is going to be tough, really
Mm-hmm.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you.
Yeah, yeah, I did see some of that, and I was looking ahead, and I said, "Oh
Yeah,
boy," that's why I was enjoying this Christmas break. I said, "It's sort of like
yeah,
catching my breath and just relaxing after 1 year ending, and knowing that we're gonna have a rigorous first quarter of the new year is gonna be really keep us on our toes. If we're not on our
Yep,
toes, we'll
yep,
have to get on pretty quickly.
yep. I mean, use
So
January. January is a pretty good month. A lot of new
seems like it.
beginnings.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yeah.
love January. As I said, as I get older, I embrace Capricorn and Saturn more and more. Maybe that really comes with age. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Yes. Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
really do love it. So um,
Oh, someone's going with their daughter to Disneyland on the 10th. That's
yeah, well, good.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's good. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That's great.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, well,
Um,
thank you for this. That's it. That's a
thank
lot.
you.
And thank you for this
Thank
to get
you.
us started for
Thank
the
you.
new year. Even though you have a cold and everything, I'm glad you're feeling
It's
better.
okay. No, the thing is the nose, like my inside of the nose is something I have no idea what it is. It's just
Yeah,
uh,
sometimes it's stuff. So,
yeah.
and then we'll talk about that another time. Preparing for the retrogrades, because we have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah, yeah.
retrogrades in water.
Yeah.
All the
Now, yeah.
retrogrades are in water, so we can talk about that set for another
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Excellent,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
excellent suggestion. Excellent,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
But yeah, I give you like a little overview of January, so that was good.
yeah,
So I hope
yeah,
you have
yeah. I like
a
the
better
overview of
understanding.
January. Yeah, thank you for
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Thank you for
yeah,
that.
yeah. So,
It's,
but it's good. Next week is good. Just do the it's going to be lovely. The moon in Virgo, I'm looking forward. So it just feels good. Feels good to prepare. Like I'm going to prepare like I'm going to put dates. Like I had to finish this by this time. Like
yeah,
usually
yes.
I just February 15th. This is to be done.
And
not one day
even
or
just some prompts ahead of time, also to know
yeah,
that next
yeah,
week will be X, Y, and Z. You know, I mean, I have to do
yeah.
some prompts ahead of time, and then remember to look at my calendar. Sometimes you got to remember to look at it.
Yes.
I write it all down and I forget to look at it. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah.
mean? So,
I love that. Well,
okay.
have a great productive week, everybody.
Thank you, Mission Restaurant.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support, guys, and Happy New Year one more
Happy New Year to
time.
everyone. Happy full
This
moon. I
this
can't believe it.
this
First
New
full
Year,
moon. We barely got into the new year and the full moon's bam. Here I am.
but the new moon, we'll talk about it next week. It's going to be
Good, good.
beautiful, as I mentioned. Beautiful, as I said,
Excellent.
between the
Okay.
15th and the 19th, and then we have new moon
Excellent.
in the middle of that.
Excellent. Oh,
Mid
wonderful.
month, mid month happiness is going to be mid
Oh,
month
wonderful.
happiness.
Okay, good, good. Because we get the doldrums here in January. It gets a little like it's sort of like
Yeah,
that's a holiday, so that's good. All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
folks. Everyone,
Bye
thank you
bye,
so much.
everybody.
So glad to see
Thank
everyone
you.
for the new year, and
Yes,
I'll post this so we have it for those who didn't
good.
make it could see it. Okay.
Yes. Thank
Bye,
you,
bye,
JeMaja.
Jasmine.
Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Give hugs to your family
Bye.
from me.
I
Okay.
will. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Bye,
Bye
bye.
bye.